I think I'm live. It's been a while. I don't know how bright these lights are, so let me try to turn them down a little bit. Yeah, that's better. I figure I would try to do a video, see who's on, and just do a little BSing. I don't have too much project stuff going on right now that I can share. I'm hoping Jay will pop on and a couple of the other guys that I follow also. Man, the kid's been obnoxious, so hopefully he won't come screaming upstairs right now. As you guys know, I think I'm going to call it Tatas. A little build I'm doing. I don't think you can even see. Where's the camera? Probably too whitewashed, but I did like a leopard pearlescent two-tone paint, which probably is not going to shine through because the camera on my laptop is not super awesome, but whatever. Got a little green, got a little bit of pink in there. So yeah, I got the camera mounted. VTX is floating around somewhere. What we got? Ishin VTX 03. So it's 25, 50, 200. I think that's how that one works. I'm going to do an experiment because I don't have the cable, nor does this frame have a lot of room to run an extra cable to make this the regular SMA or whatever the hell they call it. I'm going to try running it with just this dude. I mean, we fly micros, and I fly the micros with some good distance, especially at the park up the street and stuff. And one of them only has one of these things, and I get fantastic reception with this versus where are we? Versus Evo here that has a pagoda far view. Where's the? Read that. Let me turn that light down. That light's pissing me off. There we go. There we go. Far view. So you have this whole setup. I have a Lumineer 200 milliwatt on here that's underneath, upside down, and then it's got a little wire attached to it, and then it goes to that. That's the one I like to run. It's super small, and the light works very good. I've not had any issues with it whatsoever. But like I said, this thing's a tank already. This thing, I'm not used to staring at the camera myself, so forgive me. This thing has an okay amount of room. The stack that I'm going to run on here, it looks like it'll fit with plenty of space. But we'll see. I still have to wait for the parts because I don't want to try to put it together now and then it not and put the light back on. There we go. I like the other one better. Dude, missed it. I just shaved my dome. I don't think you can see the cut. Maybe. I use one of my wife's razors. I've been using the same razor for 20 years and not had a problem. Gillette Schick Extreme 3s. They've changed their style, but same razor. And I have not cut myself unless I sneeze or some stupid shit. And my razor was really dull and couldn't get the beautiful shine that I have. And I used her razor, and I did a little side swipe, and I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, I'm bleeding. I cut my face right here like I first time shaving. But yeah, so I actually put what I took. I took the Runcam V2 Owl Plus out of my what they call Poor Boy, the quad that I've gotten parts from everybody when I first got into this hobby that helped me build. And it was all after. What am I getting? Cat hair floating in the camera. Every part on it is used, which was really cool. So if you're flying and you crash, destroy it, which I just found a couple cracks in the frame, I don't care. It's what I learned to fly on and what I fly the most aggressive. So I'm not worried about losing it. But I got into the hobby and I got a very expensive. Okay. I got a very expensive camera, and I wanted to put it into this guy if I do any night flying. I did a video a while back and I flew around the fire and over the house. It was a very cloudy night, no real light out except for the fire and the street lights. I could see almost like it was daytime. Some of the power lines that you see in all my videos that I magically avoid, I hit a couple times that time. But yeah, like I said, this frame is heavy. It's going to be a good freestyle frame. It's going to have great momentum going into turns. As you can see, I've got the magical GoPro mount attached to it, but I want to try to save some weight with what I do with it based on some of the components. Like I said, the stack is super small, just 2 boards. And then where the hell did I put shit all over the place here? I can't even get it all in frame. There you go. I'm going to run my Turnigy Evo remote. What's that? Fly Sky. I'm going to run that. No bullshit. These fucking antennas are like 8.5 inches long. If I can run this where I want, I'm going to run it down, see if you can even see this. Okay, see myself. I'm going to run along the bottom, assuming that I have the height that I want with the stack. And then it runs down through, and I'm going to go through these. There we go. I'm going to run through these holes, down and around, and it's going to come back up. And then I'm going to have the zip tie mod come out the back. I also thought about, and I wonder if there's even, hold on a second, ADD moment. I haven't gone live. Oh, there we go. There you guys are. Let's see if I can say hi. It pops up or gives me a ding, but nice hair. Yeah, you notice I put it up a little bit. What the hell was I saying? Yeah, so I might have them come up, or I was thinking about running them along the edge here and wrapping them around if I can figure out how to do that clean. If you guys follow me and you're not new to this, the light, boy, there we go. I got the race light. This camera does not like focus. Is that better? Yeah. I started the project with the race lights and have the LEDs that will turn on once I start flying. And then when you arm the motors to come on, and then when you throttle and move and wiggle around. Oh, I don't know. I froze. It was a senior moment. I was like, but yeah. So when you're moving around, they will get brighter and dimmer based on your movements, especially when you're tilted forward, people following you and stuff. It'll be a good view. And then when you're low flying, it will illuminate because I'm a nutcase with LEDs. Scale. Let's weigh this bitch. I got the time. There we go. Look at that. All right, so let me grab the scale. Put some batteries in it, and then we can have some fun with this thing because we know everybody wants to know weight and nonsense. I got some new batteries for it. Also, I picked up where are they? Here. Fatter version of the Line batteries. These things are humongous. I don't like the camera's light. It freaking blinds everything out. Do that a little bit. There we go. Got these bricks. These things are super, super badass. So with that, I'll put that on there. And I don't even have all the components. Not that what I'm going to put into it is going to add much more weight. But I think you'll be curious to see what this brick weighs. Make sure this thing's zeroed out here. Boom. All right. So make sure my laptop's not in the way here. Move this thing out of the way. The frame by itself with the GoPro mount is 277 grams. And then if I can try to add this thing on here, what's that game called where you balance shit? What if I just put it underneath here? 469 grams. That bitch is heavy. Now all the stupid things that people do with the quads and don't understand on how dangerous they are, like those Rotor Riot morons that were bridge diving that I've talked about before. And that thing decides it wants to fail safe or fall out of the sky with that kind of weight onto a car. You're going through a windshield, you're damaging a hood, and you're scaring the F out of a lot of people. And these things like to eject. So these things become missiles. I've seen plenty of them smoke, or God forbid, it rips the wires out of this thing and it starts to smoke. It's a freaking shit show. All right, so you know what? Let's see what this thing weighs. Can I get a fair weight on this thing? The antennas, man. Holy shit. Stay. It says 7.4, give or take 7.2. Whatever. Yeah, it's heavy. Let me compare it real quick to let me follow my house. Jumping over quads. The poor boy here. Poor boy with no battery. 350, 346, somewhere in there. It's kind of balancing. This is like that so not hot chick that you keep going for because she's reliable and knows what she's doing. Doesn't have to look super pretty, but he gets the job done. You know what I mean? This thing, like I said, I don't know what's going on with it. When Betaflight went through a couple of when it went through a couple changes, if you watched my last year's videos at Lord's Point, it had this crazy wobble at like 25% throttle. I've tuned most of it out. I flew it for 30 seconds today, which was the first 5-inch quad flight that I've done in probably 2 months just because of the weather. But I threw in one of the fat stacks here. It still has a little bit of a wobble, and I can't figure out for the life of me how to adjust it. It's not a PID thing because the PIDs were great, but that Betaflight bullshit that happened, it changed something within it. Let me turn this thing off. All right, so put that away. Where are you, Christian? I'm not familiar if you've commented. Are you in the States here, buddy? Put that in there. A couple of the live streams of people that I follow, I just sit in, and you've got a huge, great community of flyers. A lot of them are novice, and a bunch of us that are a little bit past that. And it's kind of cool to help you guys in this crazy, crazy, awesome hobby, because I'd still call it in its birth in a sense. I know we've changed a lot and technology's come a long way, but it's still going to grow a lot. And the freaking dust that is flying by me is nuts. And it's great to be able to help. I am no professional by any means, with the knowledge that I have, and that is from a lot of great people that have taught me. I want to be able to pass that down if it's a way to wire tuning, because I've gotten really big into messing with the PIDs and stuff, and I find that important. A couple guys that I know, Mark out there, Scotland, I believe. Forgive me, I'm having a senior moment. That thing likes to wash out. Where is that little bastard? This is what I recommend that your Mobula looks like. And this is a lowrider version of what this frame should look like. There should be another stack on there, and this thing should be raised up. It looks stupid as shit, in my opinion. You want to make it a little more aerodynamic. So I did a little trick mod, and hopefully you guys that are following that have been asking about this will watch this, so I don't got to keep repeating myself 100 times. It's a pain in the balls. But let's see if I can get close. You got your first standoff, and the board has that little O-ring grommet looking thing that's got the notch in it for the board. Slide that in, and then you cut one in half, and you put it on top. I use different longer little Allen bolts to go into the bottom to screw it in, creating a little bit of suspension. I don't know if you're going to see this. If I push down, it actually has a little bit, it's hard to do. It has a little bit of travel under tension. So when you're flying, you watch any Mobula video, Mobula 7 video, a lot of them have jello, and it's a motherfucking pain in the balls. Sorry for swearing. No jello, none whatsoever. And said, I think if you added that extra stack, it would have made it worse. But yeah, I want to look at myself, which makes sense. But then I'm supposed to look up here. I am so not used to this live thing. It's freaking ridiculous. But this thing flies completely different. The characteristics are so much different. There is no washout whatsoever. When you go into a turn and rip and go, nothing. The only real thing other than the PIDs, I froze again. The only other thing that I did, Demi, what's up, bro? The only other thing I did to my PIDs, other than the PIDs that I put into it and changed, was the idle airspeed. And that's one of the biggest things with the Beta 65, 75, that new goofy 85, 3S, no purpose whoop, whatever the hell it's called. All these whoops will wash out on your yaw. And by adding a idle airspeed up a bit, that will change it. Because, when you go in, you're flying acro, if you know how to fly, I miss you too, bud. When you're going into a move and you drop throttle down to flip and roll, if the idle airspeed isn't high enough, and it's the same with the bigger quads, but not as pronounced, compared to these guys. When it's not high enough, you go into it and it starts to lose itself. And especially if you want to go into a turn, throttle down completely, and then bounce and punch, it'll just it'll lose itself and not catch itself, which is a pain in the ass. But this thing shocked me. I did a video probably 3 weeks now when I got this thing, and I was so dumbfounded. I was giggling like a little kid with a piece of candy that my parents don't know I had. It was absolutely nuts. Oh, somebody's texting me. That's what happens when you're live. Shit gets real. Who would it be? Christian, did you just ask where it was from? Oh, it's Christian from the live stream. Didn't know it was you, dumbass. Read that. So I'm talking to him on there. Why aren't you back on there, bro? Didn't you go to Arizona or something for a business trip? If that's what you want to call it, partying. You're gonna miss out on the turkey shoot tomorrow. Dammy, where you been, man? I haven't seen you pop up in a while. You're gonna go to the turkey shoot tomorrow with me, bud? You know what time you got to be there. Turn this thing here. Multitasking. Where was I? So we're talking quads and shit. Quadfather, I hope you're enjoying that GoPro. I got my low pro mount. I finally found it, lost it. I got this. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with it. I was going to put it on Reaper, but I think I'm going to wait. This thing will break. Big whoop. I call them the big whoop. It's the Inductrix FPV Plus. Awesome little quad. This thing is stupid fun. Everyone's complaining about the frame breaking on this thing, and I have smashed it a lot. I've smashed it into everything in this house. It flies a little bit different. Its characteristics are very, I don't know how to describe it. I like how it flies, but it's not as smooth as the Inductrix FPV board, the original, where is he? Wee man. Can't see the board, so it does you no good. This is just, I took the Mobula cowl, added, an ounce, whatever, milligram, whatever the fuck it's called, to this thing. Where this thing flies, I promise that you need. Yeah, he was on there. I saw him pop up today, I think it was, to say hi to Shiloh. That's a tough subject. I don't even want to approach it. Don't want to offend anybody. Backstory is we were brought in to a great community. That's how I got into this. I was a sole by myself person getting into this hobby, buying pre-mades, and I was brought into the Patriot Blades group, which was an absolute blessing. Met a lot of incredible people. They've helped me tremendously, more than I could possibly say, and like I said, all the stuff that we've done for one another, giving each other parts, and there was a huge community for quite a while. And don't get me wrong, it was insane. I don't know. And Demi, you were one of the first. You were with me right on board, and a lot of people have just fallen off. They've just given up, walked away, didn't say anything, and that kind of hurts. So I don't know how to approach that. It's really weird. But there's a lot of us, like Demi, that's in the chat here, that is an absolute trooper. That's been there from the beginning. We love talking. You guys are family. And he's across the pond. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, his progression has dramatically changed. What else? I don't know. Building cases. Where the hell did that go? I'll show you that real quick. If you guys are looking for cheap batteries, they have it. This is a 1S battery. It's showing more cat here. It's showing it backwards in my view, but I know it's right. It's 550 milliamp, 3.8 volt, high volt. It's from Crazy Pony. I'm running this on. I can run it on him. I can run it on the runt. And if I run one else and want a chill flight, I can run it here. Got the PH2 connector on it, which is super cool. And I have these at the 330 milliamp for, just the regular tiny whoop or Moobs. Moobs can run two 1S batteries, which is cool. I'll tilt it. Right, one of my gun cases been sitting empty for a while and can't figure out what to do with it. I'll tilt that down a little bit. There we go. That works. I have the case for Moobs and batteries and props and all that stuff. I got to get some Velcro so I can just stick it so it'll stay and not slide around. It fits perfectly in here. Boom, done. That's a cool little mod. Danny, you still over there, buddy? Let's see here. I got to get back on Liftoff. I haven't played that game in a while. I don't know if my laptop doesn't have enough computing power to. It's a good laptop. I didn't get it for gaming. I don't know if the graphics are too high and it just bogs it down, but it's been a while. I got to get back on there. Yeah, I'm going stir crazy. This weather sucks ass. I absolutely need to start building. I need more parts. And hopefully, I think I'll get them Monday. Oh, and there's a big surprise. I was able to get my hands on a Big Air, and that should be here Tuesday. I love my Spark. There you go. You're not helping, Christian. Not helping. And let me guess, you got a beer in your hand too. You're just killing me, right? Yeah. So I should have a Mavic Air here Tuesday. Which what the here it is. That should be badass. I love my Spark. It is super fun to fly. I can put it in places you can't put it in other quads. I'm not a dirty joke. And the footage is great. It has its limitations if you want to do a 4K. There's Demi. It doesn't do 4K, but you can upscale it. But I wanted the chance and opportunity if I wanted to shoot a video to do it in 4K. So I have that. And it's got a 3-axis gimbal, so it's going to smooth out because there's some moves and stuff like that. When you're moving and turning, the Spark will always just get a little judder because it doesn't have anything to really cushion the video footage. And how many people we got in here? We got 5. Why do I only got 1 like? What the fuck's wrong with you? There's a little thumbs button. Where's my finger? There's a little thumbs button right there. Hit that button. Hit that button. Let me know you're enjoying this at least. Yeah, you got a beer. I've been listen to my kids scream, fight, and argue all damn day. We cleaned their room. It was ridiculous the shit. One of them was hiding food, little packets, fruit snacks and shit inside of their bed. Had to find all that and clean it, move their rooms around. It was a freaking joke. There's 2. I don't know. Can I count past 2? Can you get there? Demi, did you hit the damn button over there? Did you hit the like button? Right there? I'm waiting. Christian, what about you, bro? Let me guess, you missed it. Just like how you shoot trap, you can't hit shit, so you didn't find a damn button. I'm not in Phoenix until tomorrow, but I'll toast a beer. What button? The thumbs up button. The video you're watching, there should be if you back out of the live stream, underneath the actual video, there's a button, the thumbs up. If you're on a mobile phone and you're in the chat, exit the chat, and then just underneath where my ugly face is talking, you'll have the thumbs up, thumbs down in the description of the video. Oh my God. It's too hard. And you're supposed to be working for Pratt Whitney, bro. That's scary. Holy shit. How long you been down there? Since Monday? Did you bring the tiny whoop down there to fly? Right under Mr. Queen. Hey. Don't mess up my hair. You see that? It's all gray as shit. I got too lazy to shave this. Bam. All right, we got 3. So we're missing 2 more. I can't like myself. That's not fair. I'm not there yet. All I gotta say is if you want this for free, have an ex-wife, a new wife, and 2 daughters that think they're both 20. That's how you get this for free. Oh, you're not there yet. My bad. Oh, you got 4. What's up, Mason? How are you? Oh, Mama's on there. So this is why you cleaned your room. The room needed to be cleaned, dear. You want to come up here? You can monitor the chat for me. My wife's on there. If anyone wants to say hi to Rach. That's Mama. So she got you. Yeah, I see still 3. I don't know what they have. All right, so I think I talked about it in one of the videos. And when I get a thought in my head, it's like crack. It's impossible to get out. We're going to Lord's Point again for vacation, and I feel like I can never do that place justice. I think with the quads that I'll have this year, I'm going to be able to do something drone, do something different. I really want. There's 4. I really want to bring this place to the light so more people see it, and I really want to give a feel and get more people going to this place that are around here. And you know me, I'm very cinematic style. Yeah, that's Mama. I want to do it justice. And I was taking a shower the other day, shampooing my hair, and a song came on that I love a lot. And I could just envision this project. It sounds insane, but we've all had it. When y'all get hit with this, it's unstoppable, and it's consumed me. And I'm still months away. Where are we now? What month are we in? March? So 4.5, 5 months in July, we're going back there. And I want to fly to this song like I did Mr. Sandman over there with Poor Boy. I I have this crazy vision. So I'm going to do GoPro footage, the Mavic footage, um, walking down the beach with the wife and doing all these things. And it's like I want to get this timeline out and start writing it out now, like you do a movie, to really bring this place uh, justice. It is. Ask Mama. Mama's in the chat. We do nothing but sit on our asses, have a good cigar, have a beer in hand, PBR week, and float in the water, get some color and shit. It's amazing. Launch that quad. I could. I guess you can. The Mavic. I didn't. I've been doing research on it. You can palm launch that thing also, and that will do. What's up, Duck? How you doing? You can do gesture controls and stuff with your hands, and it seems a little more accurate than Spark for some reason. Float, yes, we float. It is awesome. So I was debating. I was like, I could bring my kayak out there, and the Mavic has. Somebody quote me if I'm wrong. I think it has like a 4.3 mile range, somewhere astronomical. And there's a rock island that's off of the main bay that we float in the entire time, which you can see in the videos I've done. And there's some older ones I've done with the Q500 Plus that really, really, really bring this place to justice. And I flew out there. If you guys have seen, I can't do it. The Q500 Plus is huge, big menacing quad with a huge camera on it. And I flew that thing all the way out to that island, just to the point where the video footage started to break up the live feed that I get. And it was a dot in the sky. That's how far the damn thing was out. And it was awesome. But it would be cool to do something because the Mavic and stuff has a way better video transmission, and you won't lose the footage, especially out there. Yeah. Not that type of hardcore Twitch. I mean, it could be. Anything's game, right there. But yeah, with a small platform, I could take and I could launch. I could go out in the kayak and palm launch that bastard out in the middle of the water and get out even farther, and then still be able to see it because that Mavic's gonna like the Spark. If it wasn't for that little sound that thing makes, like a wild bee, because I just took it out the other day to make sure it had an update, and I put it up like 250 feet, and I put it in sport mode, and I was just going back and forth above me and making sure the transmission and stuff was good. And I couldn't see the effing thing, even with the green cowl, green stickers and props and stuff. Where the hell is it? I put it away. Never mind. All you hear was it just sounded like a bee on steroids, just going back and forth because I'm looking for it. The Mavic's probably gonna be the same way. I got stickers coming for that. That'll be cool, but it's not gonna be green. It's gonna be something that I'm trying different. I didn't want to do the same repetitive because me, green and shit. So, Mama smokes cigars. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. She doesn't do any of the heavy monsters, 2.5 hour smokes that I do. Honesty. That's my secret. Put content out. Be real. Don't fake it. Don't lie to people. Put your heart out there, and you got to be diverse. You can't just put drones, because we are complex. Just hit 100. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to, and if not, dude, can I go into it right here? No. Wait, let's find out. No, I can't. Never mind. I'll make sure that I'm subscribed to you. But I've been on here for a few years, and it stalled out right around 450 for quite a while. And I started changing some of my videos where I just sit and be a little more personal. I did a little thing called Behind the Sticks, where you got to know me, kind of the passions that started this for me. Tuning videos, something simple. Doesn't have to be a flight video. You take this goofy controller here and showing how I wrapped. Rose again. I wrapped the vinyl and stuff. We went to where that was at Rocky Neck State Park and just brought the GoPro without the gimbal and all that stuff, and then just walked around and did videos. The more diverse you get, let's see if you like you do like the upgrades. Just let me see. Yeah. YouTube is not public. Okay. I won't argue with them. You can every time somebody swears, YouTube is not a publicity. Yeah, it's not a publicity contest, and the number doesn't mean a thing unless all those people are watching. All those people care. All those people care about what you're doing. I would be happy with 5, 10, 15, as long as those people were religiously watching, commenting, and making a difference. Because that's why I started this I've always had that creative bug and wanted to make videos and stuff, but I wanted. I'm too cool. You get subs. You are. I subscribe to you. I watch every single one of your videos. Um, it I at one point I was like, oh my god, the numbers matter, and people are gonna want to see more if they see a big number. But again, it doesn't make a difference. Be true to yourself. Put the content that you want out. And one thing I'm very guilty and bad at is bad constructive criticism, because there's always somebody out there that's gonna thumbs down. Mama's gonna unfollow me. um, they're gonna make fun of your footage or say your flight wasn't as exciting or you put too fast of music to your shitty slow flying. I put it out there because that's what I wanted to do. And if you don't like the way I fly, or you don't like the content, the words I use, the silly puns and bad jokes I make, don't follow me. I don't care. That again, I keep cutting myself off. I started it because when I got into it, I spent a lot of money on things that I didn't know how to use, and I almost wasted it because they sat on the shelf over there for quite a while. And Mom will tell you, afraid to fly because I thought I had to get the best, I had to get the fastest, and it didn't do me any good. Whereas, what was the best thing? And there's gonna be people that are always gonna make fun of you for it. This thing right here is what made me become a really awesome flyer. You're not nervous flying it. You don't have an 800-mile-an-hour monster where you're going to break this, you're going to hurt people. You get in this little dude and you fly and you have fun, and then you kind of forget you're teaching yourself, because every flight, oh, you guys are funny. You're starting a whole fucking trend. Every time you fly, you learn something new. It's like a muscle memory. You get more comfortable, you get more aggressive. And a whole winter I did this, whooping around the Christmas tree and getting it stuck in the kids' hair. Every friend's house I could go, I took this thing. If you want to ask me where my skills came from in level flying mode, this guy, this guy right here, it is so underrated. You watch some of those pilots that are flying the tiny whoop races, and them dudes are crazy. They're fast, and it's on a brushless little quad. Brushless little quad. That is awesome. What's it say? Yeah, your nemesis. Every time I fly this thing, I make sure I fly by her face, her toes, and I land it on her boobs. She's got a nice rack, so I can plop it right there. Every time. And it's cool for, I wish I could tilt it because I get a nice view from it, you know what I'm saying? But do yourself a favor if you're getting into this. Ignore the hype and every famous idiot out there that doesn't give a flying fuck about any of us little guys. Listen to the normal people, the honest reviews. I'm not getting paid for a freaking thing. Right here. Inexpensive to build. You can get cheap goggles, whatever protocol, because I make them in all different protocols. Start here. Christian will tell you, buddy Christian, if he's still in the chat, he just got, I've had an extra one built, and I gave it to him. It had the cool gold motors on it. Loves it. Loves it. We're going to step the motors down to the ones I fly, the special sauce motors, so you'll get a little bit more flight out of it. But take time. Progression. People love progressive videos. What's he got? He does. He does. It's addicting. It's like a bug. Anybody that I've introduced to this, like me, I felt so out of it and, kind of on my own, because I'm obsessed with flying. My wife will tell you, we'll go in the supermarket and I'm like, babe, I can shoot that gap between the Kellogg's and the Rice Krispie, so whatever it is. Can't go anywhere. We're at freaking Yankee Candle. And all I could think about was flying. Where's that tag? Where's that tag? One of my favorite. You can read this. I don't know if I back it out a little bit. Hopefully you can read that. I apologize. Somebody tell me if you can read that. Duck, can you read that? I'm gonna leave it there just for a sec because there's a couple things in there. Go down and up. Yeah. It's Leah, if I back the light out. How about that? Can you read that? There it is. All right. It's the God's honest truth. I've had dreams of flying my whole life. Like, I've jumped out of planes and done all that shit. All we can do is fall. You can't fly. And this is the closest thing that I can have to where my heart belongs, and that's floating around in the freaking sky. It's like swimming in the ocean. You can go anywhere you want to go till you run out of air. But, with these guys, you can take them everywhere. And with these little dudes, Every little corner, nook, crevice, under the chair, under your feet, in between your girlfriend's legs, not a sexual joke, becomes a place where you can fly. You can make a track in a small house with these things. You don't need a whole yard. It's freaking epic. But when it comes to flying, like I said, the more you fly, the more you get comfortable, and it's taken a while. And I have a field day. Oh my God, that's funny you said that. When we were flying, I think it's called gaps, 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 and more gaps or something. I was shooting. We had a bunch of us over the house. And we were having a couple beers, and we were flying. And my buddy's got a beautiful, beautiful husky, and she wasn't paying attention. It skipped out again. She wasn't paying attention. She was looking the other way. And I came around. I thought I hit on my goggles. I actually hit stop, and I went flying, and I went right under the dog's legs and kept going. Dog didn't even notice. I was screaming and yelling, having a field day. I'm like, I got this footage. I got my list of stuff. I got the list of stuff of the files that I was flying, and sure as shit, it wasn't there. In between, I'm like, wait a minute, why am I recording this? I hit stop there. I threw a freaking temper tantrum like a 5-year-old kid. Forget being 40. Let's say things always a little better from. So, and then, oh yeah, you haven't seen this guy in a while. For you guys that are new, this was one of my first small builds. This is called Run. They call it the Teeny 1S stack. There's more stack than there is quad on this thing. He's kind of a heavy little shit. I'm running him on the Spectrum set up there. Little tiny. I forgot where I got the camera. Tiny, tiny little deal. It runs on one of the bigger 550 milliamp. Not bad flyer for its size. It's kind of, once it gets going, it doesn't want to stop. It builds up a little momentum, and I've tweaked the PIDs a little bit. But if I use a 250 milliamp battery, I get a minute flight. If I go too big, it's kind of heavy, so it's a cross. Oh yeah, dude, I was ripping this in the house earlier. Hair everywhere. Look at that shit. It's fun. I absolutely. I like a diverse. You want a quad that you can rip in the house. You want a quad you can fly in the yard. You want one that you can go rip into a field, and a drone that you can take aerial. See you, Barry. Hi, bro. I appreciate you being here. Stay in touch. We appreciate it. Where else? What else? Mama, you got anything? Debbie. No, I miss. It's more of being camera shy than anything else, but I think I should be doing this more because, like, Canadian Drone Hub that I am involved with and spend a lot of time watching them. You get people from all over the country also, and everyone follows everybody over there. So you've got a great community of people learning, asking questions. There's no egos, which is great, because there's a lot of people out there that think they're better than you. They won't listen to anything that you have to say, and if you're not flying what they're flying, they could care less. And I want to help them in the same way that they are. So maybe I should just stop being uncomfortable behind the camera or in front of the camera and do more videos, kind of script it more so we have a little bit more stuff to talk about, and then allow people to meet. I'm pointing over here because the chat. There's the chat. Allow them to interact, mingle, learn things from one another, and I can benefit. Like I said, the reason why I'm here is to help people get the right stuff for them, help them learn how to fly, if you would say it's the right way, because I guess you could spend the wrong amount of money and all those things. I just want to help. And for people, especially like myself, that that don't have a lot of confidence and have used this platform to express myself and to build my confidence. And my wife will tell you, I'm very, very hard on myself, and confidence isn't there with a lot of things. And one thing that I'm proud of is being able to build, being able to put a video together. It's X Bardwell. Oh yeah, fuck Bardwell. Block his channel. Is it there? Used a voice changer on my last video. That's cool. Yeah, I gotta try that. There's a bunch of stuff on here. I haven't messed with this laptop. This is like the second or third live video I think I've done since I've had it. Usually it's you got my cell phone view and it's me messing with my stuff, but you can interact a little more. Yeah, so Duck, how long have you been making videos or have had your YouTube channel? I don't know how long of a delay there is. I noticed when I watched the Canadian Drone Hub, there's definitely like a minute delay between my, no, 4 months. How long have you been flying, sir? We got a couple more people. We got 8 in here, and I only got 5 likes. Year and a half. Jeez. I met my wife. Rach, I was flying when I met you, right? After, so 5 or 6 years, somewhere in there. FPV, 3-ish, 3 or 4. Like I said, we've been going to Lord's Point every year for the last couple of years, and I think the first one. No, let me think. I hear Jeopardy music. I brought the Q500 Plus, and then I think there was a year I did, and then the Torrent. It's either 3 or 4 years I've been flying FPV. I am not liking you. Why are you not liking me? 5? I said about 5. Yeah, I started off line of sight, drone stuff. Bought the whatever the something parrot. I forgot what the AR parrot, and the bigger monster things that didn't have cameras and stuff, and it was all line of sight. And believe it or not, I found learning line of sight first kind of gave you a muscle memory in a sense where I know it's different with every quad how it reacts, but watching the quad and kind of training your brain on what it's doing while you're moving the sticks, and then when you step into the cockpit, so to speak, and are flying, you have an idea of what the quad is doing. It's a pain in the balls, flying line of sight. You go out left and right, blah 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 is right. When you turn around, no, it's more than 2 years. Definitely, because I learned on the Torrent. The Torrent, I think, was 3 or Acro. I've been flying FPV like 3.5 years. Acro 2, something like that. I don't know why I'm yelling. She's downstairs. I had lots of line of sight is not a bad thing to learn, and then you'll feel more comfortable when you put on goggles and start flying that way. And like I said, it's very intimidating at first. And when I started flying, let's see if I got. I'll show you what my first monster was. He's different now, but take this thing off first. It started its life as the SRD 280V3 storm racing drone, and it's since gutted. It's completely been rebuilt. The fucking flight controller is not up in here anymore. This thing is a rocket ship, and there's no props in the view. It's 280. There's no props in the view when you're flying, so you just have kind of open space when you're flying. And I found that very hard to distinguish what gap I could shoot, where I was kind of in the air, and I hit a lot of things. I hit a pole. There was a freaking light pole or a flag pole at the school, and I wanted to get around it and learn how to turn, and kept misjudging because I couldn't tell where the hell I was in the air, so I kept freaking dinging the pole. I'll go back to this little shit again. You have the props in view, so it kind of gives you an idea of where you are, and kind of, I don't know the right term. It gives you a sense of how big you are, what you can squeeze into, and again, another big positive for me for learning what I could and could do. Now it's crazy. When I fly FPV with any of my 5-inch quads now, I cannot stand the props in my view. It's annoying. It's distracting. I want just a clean, open view. And I fly with, I put them away. You guys want to see something funny if you haven't seen them before? You think you're a nerd when you're out in public and you're flying and you got a pair of goggles on your face and people are like, what the fuck are you doing? When you have these on your face, they question your sanity every single time. But I love these freaking goggles, but they're very immersive. I have a huge field of view on them, so when I'm flying, you can see me turning my eyes, and I'm inside there, and I'm looking for gaps and stuff to shoot while I'm flying. Some people wouldn't prefer that. They just want the stupid little overpriced fat shark pieces of shit. Not my cup of tea. I couldn't stand them. I flew with them just a couple times. I got a buddy that's got them, and I could fly with it, but I felt like I was in the back of a movie theater with a 50-inch screen. I did not feel like I was, you know what I mean? Sorry about that. You have such immersive view. It's fantastic. It's like you're the only one in the movie theater, and you're right up against that motherfucker, and you can see everything. It doesn't take much for you, bro. It's like you going bowling, all those bowling balls, and not enough time, dude. You get all kinds of aroused. Um, I love it. Like I said, so when I'm flying, and I don't fly super, super, super fast compared to some of the people that are out there, and fast enough where I don't give a shit. And again, who cares? As long as you're having fun. Um, but it allows me with those goggles and that field of view to kind of still look around while I'm ripping or going around the tree. And as I'm going around the tree, and I know where I'm, at on the stick, so I kind of take my eyes off where I'm going and kind of look up, and I'm like, oh, I see a gap in the tree, and try to go up for it. But again, it's all personal preference. Just because it's expensive, just because a million people use it, doesn't mean it's good for you. Because I know people that are rocking $100 goggles right now and love them. And I know people that are rocking $600 freaking fat shit goggles and they hate them. It all depends on what works for you. Truth be told. Where's Quadfather? Demi, you still over there? I don't know where Demi. Did Demi bounce? It's past his bedtime because he's over on the other side of the pond, so it's probably like 11 o'clock over there. Holy shit. Trap shoot tomorrow. I can't wait. Oh my goodness. And we get more snow. More effing snow. I'm fucking done. We're supposed to get like, I don't know, Rach, if you can hear me, have you checked the latest forecast? I think they're still talking 2 to 5. The hills and shit, possibly where we are, like 8. I'm done. No more. Oh yeah, you guys, I showed this on one of the videos. You guys want to laugh if you guys aren't gun guys. This is a 9mm round. I have it in front of it so it looks a little bigger. I know I back out, thing's tiny. That's a 50 cal. That's just the shell. My buddy, my cousin Jesse, had a couple of these. I guess he got to shoot them. Okay, this could be a sex joke, right? So that's how small the 9mm is compared to. Hey Christian, did that turn you on, buddy? Look at the size of that thing. I don't got enough light to get in there. I still got a little ding in the back. That's all it takes. That's a freaking bullet, and it's heavy as shit. Rach, is it ice cream time yet? Is it ice cream time? What about us? I relate to a 22. Talking about your member size. I don't know. I have a 22, but I don't feel like running back there. Am I safe in getting it? What's that old thing? It's not the size of the hammer, but how hard you can hit the nail or some nonsense like that. I'd rather be a bigger hammer hitting a small nail. You just want. Oh man, what else? I gotta find if it, Christian, you sure you don't want to buy the Laser Max laser I got, dude? I ain't gonna do nothing with it. I gotta find a home for this. Anybody got a pistol that's got a Picatinny or a Weaver rail and looking for a red laser? Let me know. Get a part with that thing. All right. What time is it? Only 20 after 6. Shit, I've only been on here 48 minutes. All right, who bounced back in? I see a couple people in there. Who we got in the chat? I'm not seeing it. Bedtime. What time is your flight? I don't know if it's my laptop that's delayed. You going to bed now, bro? What the F? It's 6:21. What time you gotta be at the airport? Probably like 6. Yo, Ghost Adventures is on tonight. So we can't go to bed, babe. I miss doing paranormal shit, man. I did that for so many years. Met some awesome people along the way. Got to go to some really wild places, and it changed my perspective on a lot of things. And I was raised very religious and stuff like that, and still a strong man of faith. But there's some other stuff out there, and for those that are just no offense if you are, closed-minded to the fact or point where you don't believe in anything. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you've not had a paranormal experience because, I mean, this shit's happening all the time, all around us. How do you not see it? This is beyond me. I don't know. I need a damn beer. Do we have any beer? I want beer. Beer. IPA. Well, that means you'd have to show up here. I want to get more tattoos. I want my knuckles done. What do you guys think? Not my knuckles. I want to do my hands. I think I want to do Calvin and Hobbes right here. Mama wants some more ink too. She wants to finish her sleeve on her arm. I wonder if I can go on my phone. Let's see here. If it says I'm live, can I watch live? I'm watching it live while I'm live. I can turn it up and do it. Live on live on live. I know. We should have gone to the supermarket. So it's easier because trying to keep track of that chat in here, it's a pain in the balls. Boom. Look at that. I got my phone in front of me now like a freaking tool. I'll turn the volume down so I don't keep repeating myself. Oh man, I'm wishing Jay was on here from exploring. Watch face of the day. Let's see what we got. I can't. Let's see. Turn the light away. Bing. Watch face of the day. Can't turn my for one. That's the watch face of the day. I might start a whole segment. Gap of the day, watch face of the day, or the week. The gap of the week could be that might get me in trouble with the new YouTube rules because there's all kinds of regulations. No more clickbait. Any kid that makes a video or involving kids, they disable the comments so creepy pedophile fucks can't make comments. Thank God. But kids shouldn't be on YouTube. And then that whole Momo, whatever the hell that shit was called, I don't know. Better? How's the lighting? Is that fucking light behind me? I don't know. Me bad. Demi's probably on liftoff. That's why we don't hear from him. Let's see. Christian, you still awake, buddy? It is a halo. Oh, the one behind me. Let me try turning it off and see what it does. Because it doesn't have a cover. How's that? Now I look like a creepy guy in the dark. I can see. That was bad. That was bad. That's not too bad. It at least blurs out the damn bedroom. That light, let's see. It goes off. Leave it to me to be a kid. Yeah, it's too bright. I can do this. Being questioned. There we go. Where the F is Demi? Demi. We got to get some side light. There we go. That's not bad. Oh, what the hell was that? We were watching paranormal sightings or some shit, and they showed a bunch of people that were doing things like this, webcasts, and this military guy's talking to, I'm assuming, his wife or girlfriend, and the freaking locker behind him starts shaking. You see the freaking dust? Crazy. I wiped down this whole freaking room today. It's only 6:30. Dude, I've been up all fucking day. Holy shit. Rach, you still watching? typing is like prehistoric. I forgot how to freaking do it. I don't know. All right, we still got who's in here? Somebody step up. Who we got? Who we still got? Where's the emojis? There we go. Show me emojis. Boom. All right, so how do I go back to keyboard now? I'm still learning this stuff. I don't know what the hell. I don't know. It says 3 people are there. Oh, hey, buddy. All right, so how long you been on YouTube? How long you been flying, and what brought you here? Let's have a conversation. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say you fly some form of FPV. Just gonna throw it out there. Put batteries away. That's another thing. I got my desk. I'm sitting out here. You guys really can't see. I leave anything on this freaking desk. I find it scattered all over the bedroom the next morning because of my cats. I'm surprised. You guys watch any of the videos? I got a, I don't know what you want to call her, Maine Coon, Norwegian Forest, something mix. Every time I sit down at this desk, she has to jump up and she knows I'm recording, so she starts freaking meow meow meow. Crazy. And nowhere to be found. I thought she was right there. You still there, Mason? Find out what's up. He might be typing. It doesn't tell me if anybody's typing. Flying RC planes for 30 years, RC helicopters. No shit. I got a few friends that fly planes, and I love chasing them around with the little micro drones I have, trying to like land on top of them and stuff. And a couple of them fly drones for 6. How old are you, sir? Obviously not a youngin' anymore. In my age, 40ish. Yeah, they fly helicopters. I got a friend Simeon that is insane. Those things are nuts, flipping and rolling. I don't know what you want to call that. What the hell? Something just beeped at me. I don't know what the hell that was. But yeah, they're super cool. Are you in the States or are you across the pond? Is that one of my kids up here? Yeah. Yeah? No. You have to, what do you need? Show me the tablet.
I was watching YouTube and then it just started glitching and it turned off and I'm trying to turn it back on.
All right, I'm plugging it in for a couple minutes first and then let me take a look at it.
It's like 63.
All right, try it. Let's see here. I am a Toys R Us kid, but I have big toys.
Daddy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm live right now. Yeah, that's a proven fact for men is that we don't grow up. We get old. More gray hair. Our toys get more expensive, like drones and guns and all that fun stuff. But now I'll be 42 in July. Mentally still like 12 years old. It can't help it. And I question it that maybe there's something wrong with me, but at the same token, I don't think I'd want it any other way because when life is sucked out of you because you're getting old and don't enjoy the fruits of life, the simple things like flying and shit, what's the point anymore? So I appreciate that. Yeah, Toys R Us. Didn't they go out of business or a couple of them? God, when I was a kid, I remember Child World. There was a bunch of AB toys. There was another cool one. I used to get all my model car stuff, all the Beetles I used to collect when I was a kid. 64, yeah, a young 64. All right. Are you on East Coast, West Coast, South? I'm in Connecticut here, Enfield, Connecticut. So I'm on the East Coast, right on the Mass line, right in the middle of Connecticut. It's a neat little place to live. Taxes suck balls, but no real hurricanes, tornadoes. We don't have any what's that, California? Everything's happening there. We don't have that here. It's kind of nice. Wish we could get a good governor in here that wouldn't lie to us and freaking tax the shit out of us. Oh, Missouri, nice. I have a friend, Quadfather, that's in Louisiana. Man, that dude's having some great weather right now. How's your weather? I'm assuming you have a bunch of snow too. Snow coming. I don't know where the hell the new storm's coming from. Maybe you guys are getting it first before here. I don't know. we're supposed to get. Let's check the weather. Beep, 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 beep. Finger don't work. Let's see here. Storm watch. Woo! Winter storm watch from Sunday 7 p.m. until 10 a.m. Monday. Oh, they're saying 8 to 11 now. Jeez, like a porn. We went from 2 to 4 to. I don't know if you can read that. Can you read that? I don't know if that's blurry or not. My bad. I'm just shoving shit in the camera. That's great. I have a friend that hit me up that I haven't talked to in a while. I wish he was still here. I could get him in the chat. There was a really bad car accident like 2 weeks ago, a really bad snowstorm, and a father lost his 2 children. And I moved here for too long. That's what man, I would do it with you. I'm an adrenaline junkie. I am not afraid of anything. I'm a man of God. So if my life is to be taken, then so be it. No matter what you're doing, he's going to take you. I would love to chase severe weather. Like the forecast people, the Weather Channel people that broadcast of what's going on, and the tornado chasing dudes. I dig it. I would definitely do it if there's a way to get more information about what's going on with this world, or them how to predict it, whatever. Like, what the hell was that awesome movie with Helen Hunt or Twister? Get the information out to help people. I would definitely do it. That's super, super awesome. How long you been doing that? Is that like a full-time job or like a side hobby? That'd be cool. The only scary thing is that if it decides to change direction, I would assume, they're not super fast enough to get out of the way. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, you can definitely get some footage, and I think didn't they that silly movie they were talking about sending something up into the Twister to try to get information. Oh no, it had to be picked up. It was something I was on the ground that released, but you could fly something into it that would, you'd have to sacrifice the quad, I guess, but fly it into it that had some kind of sensors to get pressure changes and all that. I mean, I'm talking out my ass because I don't know anything about it, but I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to get at. That's pretty cool. I think there was one that hit Mass a few years ago. There's Mama. There's one that hit. How long ago was that tornado in Mass right next to where they put the casino? Yeah, the freaking thing started the whatever pattern came, it hit right along the Connecticut River and it stirred it up and it just chewed it. Because I have to. That's the way that works. But yeah, it chewed up a historical section and then skipped all the way back and went out to Sturbridge and stuff and left the path the entire way. It was crazy. That shit's scary. But yeah, normally tornadoes don't hit up this way. That's nuts.
We just had one.
That's what I'm saying.
The airport.
Yeah, well, 2 and I'm 40 something and 2. Yeah, there was one.
4 years ago.
Zoe was a baby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one that started in Windsor Locks down by the airport, touched down. My dad watched a whole freaking building crash over the highway in front of him. I had just called him. He's like, "Oh, I don't see anything." Get a call back 2 seconds later. He's like, "There's shit flying all over the highway and accidents." And then, yeah, it kind of skipped over Enfield, tapped Summers or Stafford, and then went out that way and tore up Ellington or something like that. I forgot. Yeah. Yeah, things are coming upstairs now, so I should probably. I don't know. I'm going to call it quits. I'm going to try to do this more often. I will try to post that I'm going to do it more often so more people get into it. Mason, thank you very much. Wow. Do me a favor. In this or any of the new videos, send me some links to some of the videos, or if you've posted them, I'll make sure I jump on YouTube and on my phone, not on here because I'm on YouTube, and subscribe to so I can check out if you have anything posted. I appreciate you tuning in. I'm going to go get some ice cream and then spend some time with the fam. Peace out, guys. I appreciate your time. Later.